Good evening. Welcome everyone. Myself Akansha Soikia.
And I am Arvind Prasad Acharya. We are the executive members of Mechanical Engineering Society, NITsilchar. We have with us today a very special guest, Shyam Kaushik Bhaiya, an alumnus of NITsilchar, currently working as mechanical engineer with Schlumberger.
We welcome you to the Variety Podcast hosted by the Mechanical Engineering Society and at Silchar, and are grateful that you could take out time of your busy schedule and interact with us today. Welcome, Bhaiya.
Yeah,
Bhaiya,
thank you.
so like yeah.
Yeah, can continue.
No, like we're starting the podcast with your journey. So could you brief your journey till date?
Sure.
Yes,
So
Bhaiya.
I joined the United Culture in 2013, and I graduated in 2017. And uh, when I was in college, I used to participate in all kind of extracurricular activities. I was part of Mechanical Engineering Society as well, like you guys. And then I used to participate in all kind of events like Technosis or say name. I was a part of that team. uh, Then after my graduation, I worked for a company called Equitron Medica for a year. That was into uh, design and manufacturing of equipments for pharmaceutical industry. So they used to make like equipments like autoclave chillers. I don't know if you guys know, but these are some of the equipments that is used in the pharmaceutical equipment. Pharmaceutical companies like Cipla and Bexy and all. So mostly these are the sterilizing equipments, like they kill the microorganisms, so we can make medicines in the safe environment. So uh, so yeah, and after a year, I joined Schlumberger in Pune, India, as a mechanical engineer. We mostly used to design product for Schlumberger or some kind of offshore installations in the rig at the well site and things like that. Just a brief introduction of the company. Like Schlumberger is a oil field services company, and we have like almost 100 years old company and based in US, and we basically provide the oil field technologies to all kind of companies who is drilling oil from well. So they say that if anywhere in the world if there is drilling happening, not just drilling, any kind of oil activity, then there will be some kind of services of Schlumberger. So we work in 160 nationalities. So yeah, and so I in Pune I worked for almost 4 years, and then I moved to US last year in December, and currently I'm working in a like drilling team, I will say, and yeah, here I am interacting with you guys. Thank you for inviting me.
Bhaiya, as an intern of Hyundai Motors, would you please tell
Uh,
us about your experience there?
okay, so internship in when I was in Hyundai, it was uh, it was a good experience learning wise. Like I was there in quality control team. So so what in the assembly line, so what happens is like when a car get manufactured, right? So in assembly shop, all kind of sub assemblies like engines, it can be engine, chassis, uh, axles, wheels, doors, body, whatever, everything got assembled in assembly shop, and then like then it's sent to quality control to check that everything is assembled properly. So and in when I was in Hyundai, if I remember correctly, they used to manufacture car per year. Out of that, 3.5 lakhs for domestic market, that is India, and 3.5 lakhs car for the global market, right? So there, depending upon the regulation of the country, there are so many different variants of a particular car. For example, i20. So i20 is not just one car for the Hyundai. It has multiple variants. With variant, I do not mean those mid trim, lower trim, in what that happens in India. No, there are so many other variants, and there were 400 different kind of Hyundai i20s when I was in the during my internship, right? So it's not that easy to track that. Okay, this particular variant of Hyundai i20 is assembled properly. Like suppose the one simple example is the windshield, right? So windshield can be fully transparent. It can be 50% transparent. So in India, it is illegal to keep it black, right, dark. So, but in some country, it is fine. So that's how the variants come. There are so many combinations, right? So what happened when I joined? What happened in quality control department is there was a big sheet, and we used to, check manually. But we were kind of trying to automate that process. So we were developing a image processing tool, like with the help of AI image processing and machine learning. We were trying to remove some of the manual work, and then that's how we were trying to eliminate the manual work, so that with manual there are so many mistakes. So we were trying to eliminate that, and then we were kind of developing a software. I was not a part of software development team, but for software we need so many different kind of data, right? It's all about data. So I was mainly dealing with that. Yeah, that's pretty much.
So Bhaiya, we also got to know that in your college days, you founded an organization named PTBN. Would you like to
Yes.
enlighten us about the same?
Sure. So it was like when I was in first year, I thought like main idea was like I saw that NIT Silchar has like I felt that there is a very, I mean, not very little, but there was comparatively less exposure of NIT Silchar in the whole India, or as compared to the other NITs at that time, right? So I wanted, my vision was like to bring the NIT, in the mainframe, whatever capabilities I have, right, at that time. So that's how I thought of an idea that why can't we create a portal or website or Facebook page or whatever you say, and we bring all 30 NITs together, and then we discuss everyone, and we will know each other better, and we can also bring NIT culture in mainframe, right? That who are we, what we do, and all those things, right? So with that vision, I founded PTBN at that time, and at that currently there are so many, but at that time I was the only one with such kind of things, right? So we had our website also. I remember we sponsored an fest of an NIT Warangal also. We collaborated with VNIT Nagpur. We did so many things at that time when I was in college. We used to have our own website also at that time. I almost sold like 45,000 t-shirts at that time when I was in college through digital media, like online. Yeah.
So
yeah,
Bhaiya,
these are some of the things I did.
like you
Yeah.
started this PTBN organization from second year or from which year?
So from first year. So that's an
From first
interesting
year.
story. Yeah, that's an interesting story. I will tell you. So I was in first year, and see currently I hear that it's a fully anti-ragging campus, but at that time there was little bit ragging was happening at that time, right? So I was scared with my senior at that time. So and I have to deal with so many people from. So we used to have campus ambassadors from all 30 NITs, right? So I used to be scared that okay, I am first year guy. How will I deal with the fourth year guy, right? So what I did is I created a fake ID with a different name, right? And I worked for almost 1 year, or maybe 1.5 years, without declaring that who I am. I'm just some random guy on Facebook who is dealing with all the fourth year guys and all other 30 NITs, including NIT Silchar, and no one knows me, right? So it was like that. So, but then when I went in third year, then I declared that okay, this is me. So some people were not believing me, who were like pass outs of NIT Warangal, but those people are a good friend of mine now. So yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it felt really good about knowing the backstory of that PTBN thing, which was really interesting for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, Bhaiya, so by your talks, we are getting that you had a blast experience of NIT Silchar in college life.
Yeah, fully. We did a lot
But
of things.
Bhaiya, also the member of MES and also being the CR. So me
Hmm.
and Arvind being CRs and also MES executive members, we personally want some tips like how to manage both the duty.
Okay, wait. I forgot to mention that I was a part of the SAE Baha
One,
also. Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
Toran, yes. So I was a part of. So the founding members of Baha were Sahil Kala Bhaiya and Shivam Chaube Bhaiya and Pawan Negi and all those people. So at that time, I was in first. I joined the SA Baha team in the first year itself. So there was two people who joined. One was me, and the one is the Pankaj Kuswaha, who is also dealing with the startups currently. So we two people joined SA Baha team in the first year itself. So we were kind of part of founding, not founding, but we were working with the founding member of SA Baha team, Toran. So yeah, so from mechanical domain, like I had Twaran, I had the CR thing, and then I had MES thing, and then I had own PTBN that I really worked hard. Like I myself, I learned and developed website and all, everything I did on my own because initially there was no fund, right? So coming to managing, it was very hard. Like I used to awake at till 4 a.m. in the morning. I remember sometime, and I compromised with attending morning classes as well sometime. But I don't recommend you guys to do that. Uh, Attend classes, try to learn whatever professors are telling. Right, just listen to them. But yeah, coming to managing, you have to work hard, but you don't need to work in so many things. Like I was crazy at that time, and yeah, that's all.
Well, that's the fun and craze, which like is a very great memory, and also that's the thing which brought you till here. I guess like you know how to work hard and like give it balance of everything. That's
Right. Yeah. So I mean, my senior juniors at that time, they must remember me. Like I was literally crazy. I remember uh, during Technosis, 26, I don't know, 2015 maybe, 2015 or 2016, I don't remember. So we used to have like see currently the what. So okay, so I founded PTBN and then this Technosis. Some people seniors know me, right? So usually the third and fourth year guys handle Technosis, right, at some senior position, right? But Shivam Chaube bhaiya, he gave me responsibility of publicity and marketing because of my PTBN work, and I was kind of leading that team, right? So I made strategies, I executed those, right? So if you see what is Technosis today, I mean the contribution of Shivam Chaube bhaiya and team and contribution of mine is huge. You guys, because there is no documentation, so maybe you guys are not aware. But I can give you one simple example. So I don't know how many followers the Technosis page have currently. 20K. I don't know what it is right now.
around
Yeah.
Yes, we have
So
32K. Yeah.
yeah. So
38K.
30K. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So before that Technosis, what they used to do is they used to create a separate page like Technosis 2011, 2012, 2013. That way we are not creating a brand value, right? So then I said that okay, no, stop this. Uh, Merge all these pages, take a single page, don't create new pages every year, let it handled by Gymkhana, right? So that's a simple thing. But because of that, see, there is a 30K followers currently, right? But previously they used to do it differently. So this is one simple example that but this is a good contribution that I believe, right? So to create a brand value, right? So how brands are judged by like how many people are following us, right? So yeah, that's one simple thing. Yeah. What else?
Bhaiya, truly an inspiration to us.
Definitely.
I don't know. I'm very early in my career to be an inspiration, but yeah, I did some good work. That I admit.
Yes, yeah. So then now coming to one of the fun parts, we would like to know about your hostel memories, your hostel life, and specifically the moments that you cherish till date.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, uh, I like there are so many things about hostel life, right? So uh, the fest used to be, I don't know, now it's very restricted that I have, but previously it used to be an open area, right? In football ground. I think it happens in auditorium now, right? So
Yes, we are
so
not.
yeah, so in open area it used to be really good. I don't know how it is in confined area, but yeah, in open area it used to be very good. And we used to have events like Indie Lake. I don't know if it is happening now. Behind the lake, happens something like that. I don't know.
So
Bhaiya,
yeah,
actually,
actually,
we haven't been to college till now.
Oh yes, oh
yeah,
yes, go. Okay. So yeah, so we used to have like so many things and events, and it used to be really good. Now coming to college part, like cooking is one of my hobbies. So I illegally kept the heater in my room, and we used to cook a lot of things, especially in the final year. So yeah, those were the very good days in college. Yeah.
Yes, we are eagerly waiting for our college days to start because we haven't been to our hostels yet. And like the
You
flood
guys are in
situation
second
and
year.
other things, no, we are
Uh,
in first year right
First
now.
year, second
And
Oh,
sem.
you're in first
second
year.
semester.
Okay, wow,
Yes, we are.
that's good. Good, good.
Yeah.
All are in first year.
Yes, we are.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good.
We are now coming back to the work life. As someone
Uh-huh.
working in the core, do you think the craze of IT amongst the mechanical engineers nowadays is justified?
Uh-huh. Okay, so I believe so many people will be listening to this. So as a career advice, it's my responsibility to give you a very good insight about the how the current industry is evolving, right?
Yes, we are.
So to be very frank, I strongly advise everyone to not. I mean, what I observed during my time, like everyone was just everyone wanted a career in the core, but it's not. Core is not the only thing. That's a strong advice that I want to give, right? So even for example, me, even I'm working in core industry, I'm doing very good, but like we are also working. I mean, at some of my roles and responsibilities in my current role is towards digital. What I'm trying to say is you have to. So currently, industry is no more the conventional mechanical industry. The industry is evolving. Industry is moving towards digital, right?
Yes.
So digital is everywhere. I will write to that. I don't mind writing to the United director United Culture that they should introduce Python courses in our curriculum. So because I know I interact with so many people from other industries also, right? So everyone is somewhere in their role they are using the codings in their role. Even though my 70% job is related to analysis, design, and all those things. But yeah, 30% of my job comes from digital. We works on code, right? So and that is the future going forward, right? So one should not stick to one should not be stubborn about no that I am a mechanical engineer, I have to go in the code. No, that's not a good way to approach, right? The second thing is that I want to tell people is like uh, just it uh, they say that globally, it's not about India. Globally, they say that the mechanical engineers are the best coders as well. So why that? Because a computer science engineer only know that how to write a code, but a mechanical engineer will understand the product. So
Okay.
product. One simple example is the the cold drink dispenser, right? So you go anywhere in McDonald's or anywhere. So there is a small and there is a dispenser, right, with dispense Coke, right?
Yes, we are.
So how it works? There is a code behind that, right? How it is working?
Mm.
There are sensors. How sensors are working? There is a code behind that, right? But a computer science engineer will not understand that equipment, that machine. He will only understand about the code. It's difficult for him to understand about equipment. But as a mechanical engineer, you know that how that machine is working, and if you know the code, then it's an added advantage for you, right? That's why they say that mechanical engineers are the best coders because they know about the product, and that's why it's a strong advice to everyone that being a mechanical engineer, don't just limit yourself to code. Sorry, to mechanical works, explore this coding side also. Try to learn Python. Try to run C, C++ is obvious, but if it is in course, then do it seriously. Don't ignore it. We did. It's a mistake. I have to learn when I come in the industry. I have to learn on my own from various portal like Coursera, NPTEL, or whatever. So don't do that. Try to inculcate that habit from the college itself. The coding is essential part of all the industry now.
Yes, we are. From the first year, like many of us are interested towards coding, and along with the with keeping us along with the core subject, like we are studying the
Mhm.
core subject thoroughly, and we are also learning like Python, machine learning, and those things that are required in the future. And right now, also they
Right.
are being inculcated in the various companies. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so as you said, so do you think that like in abroad, mechanical engineers there are more opportunities than being in India?
Yes, the opportunities are everywhere. So see, but it's a equation of supply and demand, right? So what happens
Yeah.
is uh, the supply of mechanical engineers and supply of uh, job of mechanical engineers is not as good as it is for computer science,
Mm.
right?
So, yeah.
So
Yes, we are.
uh, that's a fact. I won't deny that. That's a fact. So that's why I tell people, whoever is my juniors, that try to learn the other skills also. But I know like and even from my batch, right? We were 120 people. I think mm, I think 30 people maybe they joined the IT industry from mechanical straight from the college. They are doing really good. I won't quote the name right now, but if you want, I can you can reach out to me. I will give you the name and talk to them. They joined IT straight from college, being a mechanical engineer, and they are doing fantastic in their career. So it's not a limitation that okay, you are a mechanical engineer, you can't work in that domain. No, another fantastic domain is data analytics. Learn machine learning. There's no problem, right? You have Coursera, you have NPTEL, just go and learn them. What is the, it won't be, it always be an advantage. It will never be a disadvantage, right? So upgrade yourself. Don't just limit yourself to coursework. Learn these skills. This will be very useful even even in our industry. I mean, even in mechanical industry, these skills will be very useful in going forward. Okay, one quick example I can give you, like suppose this is I have okay this thing. This is a simple. I don't know if it is visible, but this is a simple mobile holder. Okay, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So imagine that a company is producing this kind of holders, different size. Okay, maybe one for a laptop, maybe one for a tablet, maybe one for anything, right? So something like that. So suppose two of you, like three of you, got a responsibility to do an analysis of this equipment. That when it suppose it got dropped on the floor, it won't break, right? So an analysis for that purpose, right? So there is one way, the conventional way. The old way is to these. I will assign this to three engineers, and they will do their individual work and do the analysis and do this, right? But now with automation, what they are doing is automation is code, right? With the help of code, what we are doing is we even if there is three different sizes, but it's the same kind of equipment, right? So the way we analyze this equipment is same. So what we do is we wrote code and we automated the analysis process. So now three engineers won't be wasting time individually on the setting of this simulation, right? So that's where we are taking leverage of coding in our industry. That's a simple example, right? So that's what I'm just trying to make you guys understand, that don't ignore the coding part. Even though if you want to work in code, that's fine. If you want to work in data analytics, it's fine. You have the opportunity of being a mechanical engineer also. If you want to go straight forward into software industry, just go. Don't limit yourself that you are a mechanical engineer, you have to go it in code. No. But you can always go to code, but still develop these skills. That will be really helpful. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, like it's not only about one particular branch now. It's like a combination of.
Yes, it's about the skill sets. It's about the skill sets, and there is huge demand of the skill sets now. Yeah.
Whereas we know a renowned company, and recently it is trying to deliver sustainability with its work and products. Can you briefly explain how they do it?
Sorry, your voice was breaking. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, we are. Actually, the question is, Schlumberger is a renowned company, and recently it is trying to deliver sustainability with its product and work.
Right.
Can you briefly explain like how they do it, sustainable development?
Sure. So, okay. So yeah. So now coming to your question, just a second. See, as you know that there is a huge movement against the carbon footprint, right, globally, and it's a responsibility of me, you, and any company, like whoever have carbon footprint, right? So they have the responsibilities to somehow reduce our carbon footprint for the environment, for the future, for our kids, for future generation, right? So we did like we are going through huge transformation currently. You know that conventionally we are working into oil and natural gas, right? But now we expanded our portfolio and we are going into new energy. The new energy is non-conventional energy. But I think when you hear the new conventional energy, you may think that solar, wind, and all those things, right? But it's not only about that, right? Those are those everyone is doing that, right?
Yes,
Currently, right? So we are not working in those domains, right? But we come up with so one of the major challenges is energy storage. How do we store energy? How do we so that we can transport, right? So we are working into we started since 2 years now. We started working into energy storage. We are working into bioenergy. We are working into geothermal. Geothermal is one of our old portfolio, but yeah, this comes under the new energy vertical now. And then geoenergy. Then we are working on hydrogen and lithium technology. You hear that these days, the Reliance and all are also investing in blue hydrogen, green hydrogen, and all those
yes,
things, right? So it's very new to us, but since last 2 years, we are working towards that vertical, that is the Schlumberger new energy vertical, right? The conventional is oil and gas, and now we have started with this Schlumberger new energy, right? So we are working in all these. So we say we proudly used to say that we are an oil field services company, but now we say that we are the energy company. We're no more an oil and gas company. That's the shift, right?
yes.
Other thing that we are doing is even in our oil and gas operations, right? We we are thinking that how can we minimize our carbon footprint. So those things are also happening. There is a big event happening currently in which they ask all engineers, like how we can reduce the carbon footprint even in the conventional oil and gas operations, right? So we are doing things like that for the sustainable future. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's the
regarding the
question.
sustainable future, recently in
Mm-hmm.
United Nations General Assembly, India has vouched for minimizing its carbon footprint by 2070. And there are other
Uh-huh.
countries also who have vouched to reduce their carbon footprints by 2050. Yeah, so we are literally moving towards green energy.
Yes. Yes.
Bhaiya, now you working in US. So what's
Mm-hmm.
the factor that attracted you to be there? And like, are you satisfied with the American style of living,
Okay.
lifestyle?
Okay. So yeah, I'm still mixing with that culture. Now coming to why I moved to US. So I think for many people it's a dream to live American life. So like that's one of the motivation factor. But apart from that, the major factor is so in when I was in India, we used to support these global centers. Support means we used to get projects from them. Like I worked for Singapore, I worked for France, I worked for US. So when I was in Pune, what I used to do is we used to get projects from there, and we worked on it, and then we delivered. So, but now I'm working for those centers. I mean,
Mm.
so that there is a difference. I hope you're understanding it, right?
Yes,
So first, initially, I was getting project from somewhere. Now I'm working with that. So that's the exposure that I'm getting, right? I have much more responsibilities now. I have I have a huge exposure here. That's one of the factor, and of course, the living American life is another factor. And then there are so many small things. And now coming to your question, if I'm liking it, so far not so good because I'm still because of this COVID. You guys are suffering. We are also doing work from home 50% of the days, more than that, I will say. So not able to frequently interact with the people. So I mean, I have very limited friends here. So I was so my in life my Honda is very clear that I work and then I enjoy. So when I was in India, I used to enjoy a lot. I used to go so many places every weekend. Just go like everywhere. I almost traveled most of the part of India. So those things got affected here after moving here because of various reasons. So um, not as I expected, I will say, but it's good. It's good in so many things. But yeah, that's the answer to your
Bhaiya,
question.
it's like an American lifestyle, like in a home, particularly for COVID
Uh
recently.
huh. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
we see it's going to be approx 5 years for you with Schlumberger. So
Uh
what
huh.
plans do you have for the future? Like what plans do the like you vision for the future as a company and as a like workaholic thing?
Okay, so as a company, I told you that we are working towards the new energy vertical, reducing our carbon footprint. That's one of the major transformation going inside the company. And now coming to very specific to uh, my department or my product line.
Yes, sir.
So in my product line, we are into drilling, right? So we have to, um, we have to think in ourselves that we are already thinking we have to work towards how can we reduce the carbon footprint in our vertical, our product line, right? That's one of the thing, and the other things are like we need to reduce the lead time. We always strive hard to the reduce the manufacturing time. We mainly manufacturing time and the design time, and also we our products are already superior as compared to competitors. We are number one globally, and so we always try to make a reliable product or improve our reliability, and yeah, higher uh, product life and all those things are the major factor that we are looking into. Yeah.
That's a nice thing where the company is getting transformed
Mm-hmm.
according to the future needs. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very important.
Bhaiya,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Bhaiya. So now talking much about the work life, we'd like to have a little fun segment,
Uh-huh.
the rapid fire round, where
Uh-huh.
we will ask the question, but you have to give brief and quick response without much thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so here's starting the rapid fire round. First
Uh-huh.
question. If you get a time machine, do you want to go back in the past or explore the future, and why?
I want to go back in the past to modify few things.
Back to NIT life or as in intern in
Yes,
the Hyundai?
it can be. Um, Actually, I will go back. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will kind of go back in 2010 to 2010, and then fix few things. Yeah,
Got you, bro.
that will I do so that I can have. Um, I mean, everyone do some mistakes, right, in life, right? So
Yes, yeah.
yeah, so I may want to. I mean, there's no huge mistake, but yeah, I would love to eliminate or modify those so that I don't have any regrets.
Yes, we are getting it.
Yeah.
Next question, Via.
Next question. Yeah.
If you could have unlimited storage of one thing, what would it be?
Oh, that's a weird question. Okay, unlimited stores of. Okay, honestly, money.
That's nice. That's all what
Yeah.
what you want.
Like you guys said, I one thing I just say that okay, it's money
There's no
because
second thought to that.
yeah, no second thought. Man, I'm working for money, and I moved here also to earn money and exposure, right? So that's one of the integral part. Why you are doing engineering? If someone is saying some other thing, I won't believe. I think 99% of people will say money.
Yes, yeah, truly.
Yeah,
First thing after coming engineering is like, what's the amount of money we'll get in placement, वगैरह. That's the first thing that comes. Like.
yeah. Why you are working hard? Why you prepared for JE and coming to Silchar all the way from your comfort of your home, right? We sacrifice a lot,
Yes.
right?
Very nice
So,
placement.
yeah. So it's a straightforward answer, money.
Bhaiya, the last question for rapid fire now. Like
Mhm.
3 movies you did recommend to us and why?
3 movies. Okay. Oh, okay. That's I'm not a I'm a movie person, but not okay. I have to think about that. So I am a fan of Marvel series. So that will be one of them. Like I watch thriller and science fiction. That's the two things I'm interested in. So I watch all the Marvel movies and DC also I watch kind of, but I'm more inclined towards the Marvel. And I'm also the movies like Interstellar and all. Um, I watch those also. So those are one of few of them I will say. Yeah.
That's the end of the rapid fire round.
Uh huh.
Wrapping up the podcast.
Uh huh.
I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed members of MES Society for their
Uh huh.
presence and contribution to make this podcast a great success. I
Mm-hmm.
extend my warm gratitude to our honorable guest, Shyam Kaushik Bhaiya, and on behalf of our MES family, I wish you all the best for your future endeavors, Bhaiya.
Yeah. Thank
So
you guys. And
final words, Bhaiya.
yeah. I also had nice interactive with you guys. I always like to. So one of the thing that I when I was in college, I used to talk a lot with juniors and try to motivate them and whatever they want to do, right? So I like to chat with the youngsters and like people like you, right? So it was a very good experience. Thank you guys for inviting me, and all the best for your future. And hopefully you guys will go to college because you guys are really missing something big. Now I think I know now all colleges are open. I don't know why NIT Silchar is not opening.
Actually, the
It's
college is
because of
open,
the
but the flood situation in Assam right
the
now.
Oh
situation in Assam is there.
yes, yes, yeah. Oh my, oh, that's another story. Okay,
And
yeah,
obviously, we need placement also.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Everything.
yeah. All the best, and reach out to me in case you guys need any any suggestions or anything like that. I'm always there to help. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya. It was a
Thank you.
great time today.
sure.